I'm Stu Rosoli, MACK Product Manager, and we're here today to talk about the MACK Granite. First of all, it comes in an axle forward version, which is here, or an axle back version if you like the set back front axle. If you look at the hood here, the hood has a slope on it, so if you imagine the driver there, the driver can see me now. He can see me if I step to this side, and he can see me if I step over here, so he can see across the hood. I can see where the driver would sit right from here, so very close to the truck, good job site visibility. The hood is a two-piece mold, so it's a DCPM or a Meton hood, so very lightweight rather than the old spray-on type that were heavier hoods. We have flexible eyebrows on this, so if you bang into anything on the job site, it's not going to break on you. They give a little bit, give you some room to move around. The headlamps have a Lexan cover, so any stones, debris that hits it won't break the headlamps. The bumpers, we have various different bumpers. This is a 4-inch extended bumper. There are flush bumpers. There are also extended bumpers for snow plows and mixers, so you can get your other equipment in here. This has the 2 tow hooks. There's also a center pin tow that you can get. So there's different variations. So let's walk around to the driver's side. First of all, you can see there's a sufficient splash shield here. And on this truck, we actually have a 26-inch D-shaped fuel tank. There's many different fuel tanks you can get. You can get a 22-inch D-shaped or round fuel tank. The advantage of the D-shaped fuel tanks are you can get more volume in a smaller place. This is a 26-inch diameter, so not as much ground clearance as the 22-inch, but it gives you a lot of extra frame rail space. As you walk to the back of the fuel tank, this is a 96-gallon fuel tank, and so 100 gallons basically, and it comes right to the back of the cab. So if you have other equipment you have to mount behind the cab, we can actually free up this entire area and you can fit more equipment here. These batteries can also be stacked in front of the fuel tank, so we can clear this up, put the air tanks inside the rail. So again, a lot of variation for what bodies and what applications you have. Coming back a little bit further, we have a factory installed 20,000-pound lift axle. So online at the factory, you can get this installed. We have the different variations on it, 13,500 pound, 20,000 pound, steerable with the 13 or the fixed. Coming back a little bit further, these are MACK axles, so the top mounted carriers. We'll walk around the back and I'll kind of show you what that means. So twin axles on the M-Ride suspension. The M-Ride suspension, basically, it's a 6-rod with springs on it, so articulates very well. It's very flexible, a rubber bushing in there, rubber blocks, spring, and torsion bars. The axles actually can articulate 15 inches in either direction. So this axle can be all the way up and the other axle can be in a hole and they'll still be in contact with the ground. So no worries about your axles coming off the ground and you losing traction. If we walk around back, as you can see underneath here, the MACK axles have the top mounted carrier. So the drive line comes almost straight through from the transmission. If there were no body on here, you could look down the top of the rail and see that the drive line barely dips, so there's very little parasitic loss. Gives you better ground clearance also. So coming around the side of the truck, as we get up to the front here, we actually have a cab mounted exhaust. Once again, the cab mounted exhaust is set forward of the back of cab. So if you come here and look across the back, you can see there is nothing in your way. It's completely clear back of cab. So anything you need to mount back here, you have plenty of room. You can get the body as tight as you're allowed to. When we come down to the after treatment here, so our SCR and DPF are all encased in this one unit underneath the cab. So that allows us to do the back of cab clear and mount the exhaust right here. Everything's fitting under there. Plenty of room for you to put any equipment on behind the body. I'm going to open up the hood and we'll look underneath. So we have a lot of different apparatus under here, springs and such, that are set up to make it very easy to tilt the hood. So I'm not even stepping on the bumper. Very easy to do. it's a pleasure and you're not killing yourself trying to yank on the hood. If we walk around to the driver's side here, as you can see, the oil fill, the oil check are right here, visible. The steering is here. So everything from the ground can be checked and viewed. Fuses, outside fuses are here. So everything as you go around and do your daily check are right in front of you. The fuel filters are right below the rail here. There's 3 on. They're right down here so I can get under, I can check, make sure I have no leaks. The coolant filter is right here, reachable right over the rail. The coolant fill is here, and it's a see-through container so you can tell your levels, and the washer fluid's here. So I can do all my daily checks from the ground on the sides of the engine. The final thing I want to talk about here is when you open the hood, what happens is this lock flips down. Right now, if you tried to close the hood, it would not close. So you take it, you flip it up, now it's okay to close the hood. Otherwise, if it's windy or something and I'm under the hood, I have the chance of the hood falling closed and causing injury. So I'm going to close the hood. Easy to close and latch it up. So when you get in a truck, you should always have 3 points of contact. So basically what we have is a grab handle on the inside of the door, the grab handle on the full length at the back of the cab. Now I put my foot on, I now have 3 points of contact. As I climb up, I can keep my hands attached, my feet are on the steps, so you're always safe getting in and out of the truck. Welcome to the Granite interior. This is our all-new interior that we designed, and it was just introduced in 2018. If you're sitting here, you can see there's a flat bottom steering wheel, one of our new features, very sporty, but really it's, if you need a little bit of extra belly room, it also helps you when you're backing up that you know when you're straight ahead, it's very easy to sense the flat bottom. The steering wheel has push button controls, so you never have to take your hands off the wheel. Basically cruise control, your phone, your volume, and modes for your radio. So also around the steering wheel, in order to keep things tight, we have window controls here for both sides, door locks, all power. We have the mirror controls, so heated mirrors and motorized mirrors that you control for both sides. Over here is our light switches on the left-hand side. They're ground reachable, so as you're doing your daily check, you can reach up and turn on your lights very easily. The new dash has a full color display across the front. You can see everything's lit up in color, and it has a different look for night. The center area we call our co-pilot, and that is managed from here. You can, from the stalk on the right side, you can actually scroll through your co-pilot to different screens. So much like your car, the right-hand stalk also is the engine brake. So you don't have to be reaching around the cab. It's right off the steering wheel. You go low, medium, high, and then max brake, which downshifts the transmission. On the other side, we have the wiper, the window, or the high beam controls, and the turn signals, obviously. Coming back around to the D panel, as we call it, the center panel here, we have if you get an M drive, your shifter controls are right here, your radio is here. We also have an infotainment, a touchscreen radio setup that it can also accommodate rear backup cameras, Apple CarPlay, and other apps that you might want to use in driving. It has a nav screen also, so it's a truck navigation screen that you can get right from the factory. The other switches and gauges are here. Everything, as you can see, I can sit back in my seat and everything is reachable from my seat without leaning forward or leaning across. So very nice ergonomic wraparound dash. Granite-wise, the CB and different storage units are up top. The back wall also has a storage unit between the seats. So everything you need right in front of you at your reach. Very ergonomic and comfortable truck to drive. So come on down to McMahon Truck Center and drive one today.